Well, when I first felt called to the church after I first started to pray, one of the reasons I really was kind of anti-joining the Catholic Church because I had issues around some of the moral teachings around homosexuality, for example, around contraception and abortion and things like that. And I couldn't see how it was possible that I would ever agree with the Church's teaching. But at the same time, I also felt very called to be in the Church. And so eventually I came to a point where I thought, right, I'm just going to put all of that to one side. And I won't think about it, and I'll just, I'll forget about it for the time being, and I'll see where I am in a year. So I came into the church, and I prayed regularly. And eventually I found myself, about a year down the line, I suddenly realised none of that was an issue for me anymore. And one of the things I found really helpful about St. Josemaria's teachings is that he talks about the idea of obedience to the church. And described it as thinking with the church. And that kind of gave some reassurance that path I'd taken, that the fact that my views had changed so much around that was perfectly natural, because I'd really just done it on faith that it would be all right. On faith that the church must be right, without any real understanding of why that would be. And so when I came across that idea of that real emphasis on thinking of the church, it really kind of reassured me that what I'd been through, the experience I'd had, was perfectly natural and right.